Hi again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of First Person, sponsored by the Precision Strip Company in Minster, Ohio. Great place to work, whether you're starting, finishing, or changing a career. They'd probably like to know about you. Great place, great people, and great opportunities abound. Give them a call at Precision Strip in Minster. The information there is on the crawl at the bottom of the screen, or check them out online or by phone. Sponsors of First Person on Press Pros. Kevin Flippo, our guest, the head baseball coach, the reigning state champions at Russia in Division IV baseball. By the way, you happen to be the last baseball interview that we did last year. You're going to be the first we do this year. Who better to start out with than the only state champions in the area?
Thank you.
Good to be with you. Thanks for the time. I'm very anxious to talk about Raider baseball.
I'm always anxious to talk about it.
Yeah.
I can always talk baseball.
You know, Kevin, there's two, a guy told me one time there's two schools of thought about having won the state championship. You won the state championship, or you are, the second mindset is, we are the state champions. There's a little bit of difference there. You can't be one without the other. On the other hand, what's your mindset?
Well, both, I guess. For the first thing is, I like to, this is the new season, so I kind of want to move on. It's not the same team. Obviously, we're returning a lot. But still, we lost some key seniors, obviously, so we are a new team, so I want to differentiate from last year to this year, okay? But there is a lot of pressure on these kids to follow up from last year, so I kind of want to move on from it. It hurts to say that, but we can't live in the past.
No, it's the right answer.
The last year has nothing to do with this year. So we just have to focus that nothing's going to be given to us. But I think our opponents are going to look at us as maybe the state champ, the defending state champ, or a little bit something extra to get them worked up, and it would maybe a little feather in the hat to knock us down.
Target on your back. Target on your back. I don't think, unless you've been living under a rock, people in the area, and maybe even as far out as other parts of the state, know that this same group of kids just played in the Division IV state semifinals in basketball. So on top of having that experience of being the state champions in baseball, they just went through that. That can't hurt you at all. And if anything,
no,
it's such a unique group of kids for the age they are to have that much experience.
Yeah, I think Coach Cadonier talked about one of his interviews that 5 of his starters were my starters. You know, so they started state championship in baseball, and they came around and started state championship, or at least state tournament in basketball there. So, yeah, I'm anxious to get started. Today's our first practice of having everybody there. We've had one varsity player with any experience there, so 11 of the 14, 15 guys on the basketball team are baseball players. So I was barely had half my team here for the first 2-3 weeks.
Kevin Flippo, the head baseball coach at Russia, is our guest, first of the spring, in fact, on First Person. I want to ask you how you flipped the script from that quickly from basketball to baseball. I know your kids almost intimately, 1 through 9 positions. I know they're all ready to play. I know they're not going to sit here and say, we need 2 weeks off. We want to be out on the field. We want to be shaking fly balls. But how do you go about flipping the script from one sport to another?
This quickly, I'm not sure I have the answer. We've been talking about, like, what do we do? It's like, because they went through an incredible ordeal mentally. Yeah. They have to be mentally exhausted, let alone physically, but more mentally. So I want to be respectful to that, to give them the time, but at the same time, we got a scrimmage Thursday. So they only got 2-3 practices to be ready for that. I mean, as ready as we can be. I mean, I'm not expecting a whole lot there, but we got to get it started somehow. So I'm just kind of playing it by ear right now. I'm not sure there is a right way right now. I mean, I've asked a few other people some questions how to go, but I've tried to talk with the kids in these past couple weeks, let them know that if they want a little work at time while they're playing basketball, we're here for them, but, you know, focus on basketball there and take some time that you need. Because they've been through a tremendous ordeal, and I'm here when you're here, when you're ready to go.
A lot of coaches in the state of Ohio, regardless of division, would like to be in your shoes because you return some significant experience and talent and production out of that state championship game against the Lincoln View out of Van Wert last year in the state finals. Those kids are all back this year, and you know they're not going to take a step backwards.
I hope not, because we returned 7 starters, 6 pitchers off of last year's team. Obviously, significant loss with Grant Saunders, Aiden Shappy, Jared Poling starters, and then we had a couple of other guys, Sam York and Patrick Bowman. You know, so they're a big part of the team. But to say you had 7 starters coming back, I don't care how far you went the year before. You know, you things are looking positive for you. And we had a lot of production. We had a lot of young guns. I mean, we started 3 sophomores and a freshman as well. So we work confident, but I'm not overconfident at the same time. I mean, baseball, you said, is probably one of the toughest games to play. Any day you can be knocked off. So, you know, I'll be beating that drum to those guys that don't expect anything to be handed to you. It's going to be even harder this year than it was last year.
I think a lot of people would overlook the fact this is a league, that being the Shelby County League, that's known for basketball, because you don't play football, with the exception of Laramie and Anna. They don't play in this league. But how important baseball is.
Yeah.
All across Ohio during the winter, I go to places and I say, how's your baseball program? And you get a puzzled look on your face. Well, we hope we have one.
Yeah.
It's important here.
It is.
That adds an awful lot of fuel to your fire to get started.
We take pride in it. I mean, you look, there's a lot of banners over there and district titles in a row, five in a row. That's our goal every year, you know, to compete for a league title and a district championship, and then just hopefully we put ourselves in that situation, maybe go a little bit farther. But we've just had a lot of kids who have interest in it, and obviously success breeds interest, you know, since 2017.
Dads and granddads too.
And you know, and yeah, it's 2, 3 dads every grade level, helping them out all the way through until I get them. So I mean, we just have the support there, and it's just once everybody sees the success on the field, everybody just kind of takes part in it, and it just goes hand in hand.
For those other Division IV coaches in other parts of the state who are interested in the Russia Raiders this year, you can follow them on Press Pros on a weekly basis, because we're going to be seeing you. We can't wait like you to get out and get started. I'd like some 60-degree weather.
So would I.
I'd like the wind to lay down a little bit. I'd like to hear the robins in the background and the balls and the bats. Kevin, thank you for the time. Congratulations again. Look forward to seeing you this week.
Always enjoy talking, son.
All right, bud. Baseball.
Baseball.
Always good to talk baseball. That wraps up this edition of First Person Again, sponsored by the Precision Strip Company, right up the road here in Minster. Give them a call if you're looking to change or looking for a new start in your career. They'd like to meet you. On behalf of Precision Strip and everybody out there who supports what we do on Press Pros, thanks for that support. We look forward to a great spring sports season and wishing you the best coming up here in the next week or two. Enjoy the Final Four. Some still pretty good basketball to be played. We'll see you next time on First Person.